Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Siska Lydia Revianti. Saya adalah dosen di Fakultas Teknologi Informasi, Program Studi Informatika di Universitas Teknologi Digital Indonesia Yogyakarta atau UTDI yang dahulu disebut sebagai STEMIK Akakom. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya akan menjelaskan pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk diri kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT-PT bidang pengajaran. Bidang ilmu saya adalah pendidikan bahasa Inggris dan teknologi pendidikan. Saya mengampu mata kuliah bahasa Inggris di UTDI sejak tahun 2014. Mata kuliah bahasa Inggris di Universitas Teknologi Digital Indonesia diberikan dalam 4 semester, yaitu mata kuliah bahasa Inggris 1, bahasa Inggris 2, bahasa Inggris 3, dan bahasa Inggris 4. Mata kuliah pada bahasa Inggris 1 dan 2 merupakan mata kuliah teori, yang masing-masing berbobot 2 SKS, sedangkan mata kuliah bahasa Inggris 3 dan bahasa Inggris 4 adalah mata kuliah praktik yang masing-masing berbobot 1 SKS. Pada hari ini, saya akan menjelaskan tentang teknik pengajaran saya menggunakan metode DIA, yaitu Delivery, Interaction, dan Assessment, pada mata kuliah yang saya ampu, yaitu Praktik Bahasa Inggris 3 dengan bobot 1 SKS. Selanjutnya, saya akan menjelaskan tentang deskripsi mata kuliah Praktik Bahasa Inggris 3 yang berbobot 1 SKS. Mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris 3 berorientasi pada persiapan siswa untuk bisa berkomunikasi secara aktif dalam bahasa Inggris, baik secara lisan maupun tertulis dalam konteks beberapa topik yang dibutuhkan pada dunia kerja, seperti berkomunikasi dengan orang asing atau foreigners secara formal dan informal, berbicara tentang kebiasaan baik dan kebiasaan buruk, good and bad habits, kepribadian, positive and negative personalities, dan pengalaman berkolaborasi atau collaborative experience. Materi selanjutnya juga mencakup pada kemampuan berdiskusi tentang etika berbisnis atau business ethics, cara-cara berbisnis atau business customs, dan faktor-faktor yang mempengaruhi kesuksesan atau success factors. Berikutnya juga mencakup materi tentang mendeskripsikan pekerjaan impian atau dream job yang berdiskusi tentang peluang pekerjaan di dunia IT. Kemudian mahasiswa juga dibekali kemampuan untuk membuat surat lamaran atau cover letter dan membuat daftar riwayat hidup atau kurikulum vitae. Mahasiswa juga dibantu untuk mempersiapkan diri untuk menghadapi wawancara kerja atau job interview dan meningkatkan kemampuan presentasi dan menulis paragraf argumentasi atau argumentatif paragraf untuk esai sederhana dan juga melakukan parafrase yang benar. Selanjutnya, saya ingin menjelaskan tentang capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah. Setelah mengikuti mata kuliah Praktik Bahasa Inggris 3, siswa akan siap melakukan komunikasi berbahasa Inggris secara aktif baik di dalam maupun di luar lingkungan kampus dalam konteks kerja dan hubungan internasional serta mempersiapkan mahasiswa untuk mencari pekerjaan dalam konteks masyarakat ekonomi ASEAN atau MEA. Output dari mata kuliah Praktik Bahasa Inggris 3 ini adalah membuat poster personal branding, kurikulum vitae, dan cover letter dalam bahasa Inggris dengan menarik dan juga melakukan praktik job interview, menulis tulisan sederhana dalam bahasa Inggris pada media sosial atau blog, dan membuat paragraf atau esai argumentasi, serta praktik melakukan presentasi dengan berbagai topik di dunia IT dan CCU menggunakan bahasa Inggris tingkat menengah. Pada perkuliahan praktik bahasa Inggris 3, saya melakukan berbagai macam kegiatan yang dilakukan di kelas dengan menggunakan berbagai sumber, sehingga delivery atau penyampaian mata kuliah dapat dilakukan dengan berbagai cara. Perkuliahan biasanya disampaikan melalui perkuliahan tatap muka di kelas, namun karena pandemi COVID-19, maka perkuliahan dilakukan secara online menggunakan Zoom Meeting atau Google Meet. Materi perkuliahan diberikan di e-learning management system atau LMS di e-learning UTDI. Selain itu, saya juga menggunakan grup WhatsApp untuk memberikan instruksi, mengelola, dan memonitor kegiatan di kelas. Selain menggunakan grup WhatsApp, saya juga berinteraksi dengan mahasiswa dengan menggunakan email atau menggunakan sosial media Instagram. Pada perkuliahan praktik Bahasa Inggris 3, materi sudah disusun dalam sebuah modul yang tersebar di 14 pertemuan. Saya akan memberikan review tentang materi sebelumnya sebelum memulai memberikan materi yang baru. Presentasi materi dan kegiatan latihan diberikan dengan menggunakan berbagai sumber, baik menggunakan buku teks ataupun materi otentik yang diambil dari majalah, video, dan artikel di koran. Referensi daftar pustaka yang dipakai di mata kuliah praktik Bahasa Inggris 3 antara lain English for Information Technology oleh Maya Olejniczak, terbitan Pearson, Fundamentals of English Grammar oleh Betty Azar, terbitan Pearson, New Opportunities Elementary Level oleh Olivia Johnson, terbitan Pearson, Interchange 4th Edition Level 1 and 2 oleh Jack C. Richards, terbitan Cambridge University Press. Kemudian Cambridge English for Job Hunting oleh Count Downes, terbitan Cambridge University Press. Dan berbagai materi yang bisa ditemukan di internet, termasuk video di YouTube ataupun termasuk materi-materi otentik lainnya dari artikel atau majalah serta koran. Assessment atau penilaian dalam mata kuliah praktik Bahasa Inggris 3 adalah sebagai berikut. Yang pertama, nilai diambil dari tugas dan partisipasi mahasiswa selama masa perkuliahan yang berbobot 25%. Selanjutnya, presentasi mempunyai bobot penilaian sebesar 20%. Ujian tengah semester mempunyai bobot 25% dan yang terakhir ujian akhir semester mempunyai bobot 30%. Semuanya saya berikan informasinya kepada mahasiswa di awal semester sehingga mereka bisa mencapai nilai maksimal dengan usaha yang mereka berikan di dalam kelas dan juga pada saat ujian. Selanjutnya, saya akan memperlihatkan proses pengajaran online menggunakan Zoom Meeting di kelas praktik Bahasa Inggris 3. Selamat menikmati. Hello everyone, how are you today? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm fine, Miss.
Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you, Virga. Where are you now? At home?
Yes, at home.
Yeah, where is it? Where is your home?
Wonosari.
Wonosari. Okay, thank you. You look great today, yeah? Okay. Who else? Oh, we've got Ani, yeah? Ani, hello Ani.
Hello, Miss.
How do you feel today?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, okay. Where are you now?
At home.
At home, yeah. Where is it? In Wonosari or in different place?
In Wonosari too.
In Wonosari too, yeah. Okay. Do you live near Virga or quite far from Virga's house?
Far from Virga.
Okay, quite far from Virga, ya. Okay, thank you very much. So today we are having the second meeting in our class, yeah, and I would like to review for our first meeting. Do you still remember what we had already learned? What did we do last week? First meeting, we made the contract, ya. Pertemuan pertama kita membuat kontrak perkuliahan, kemudian I explain about the curriculums and also about the lesson plan and also about the target, yeah, for you. Okay, so that we can get what kind of methods that we would like to do. And then first meeting, I also have already asked you to ask and answering questions about personal information, yeah. Yeah, so for the first meeting, we meet new friends or strangers, and then we break the ice, yeah. We would like to ask about the person. We would like to know about the personal information. So what kind of questions that we need to ask if we meet the person for the first meeting?
Where do you come from?
Where do you come from? Good. How old are you? Can we ask? How old are you?
Cannot.
No, yeah, do not ask the person's age for the first meeting. So do not ask those three questions for the first meeting, yeah. We can ask about the person's origin, yeah, about the names, the job, and then about the opinion, general opinion about the weather, about the situation, the current situations, but not for those three things. Okay, so today we are going to continue the lesson, and Mrs. Ka would like to ask you what kind of feeling that you have today. Are you happy today? Do you feel optimistic or are you sad? Do you feel pessimistic?
I'm happy today, Miss.
Happy, yeah, good. Do you feel optimistic or pessimistic?
Optimistic.
Optimistic, good. Yeah, what about Ani? What about you?
I'm happy too, Miss.
Happy too. Do you feel optimistic?
Yes, I feel optimistic.
Yeah, okay, thank you. What about Muhammad Renaldi?
I'm fine, Miss.
Fine. Do you feel optimistic or pessimistic?
If I choose one, I optimistic, Miss.
Optimistic. Good. What time did you get up this morning?
At 5.
At 5, yeah. So you are diligent too, yeah. What about patient? Are you a patient person? Patient.
No.
No, okay, but you are a polite person, yeah? Polite.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we are studying about positive personality adjectives. Yeah, you can see this one in your module. Yeah, for negative personalities. Yeah, we also need to learn about negative personality. Please repeat after me. Aggressive,
Aggressive.
aloof,
Aloof.
arrogant.
Arrogant.
The next, we are going to learn about the expressions, yeah? Yeah, the expressions that we can use to state our characteristic, yeah? Okay. So guys, this is the expressions that you can use to express your personalities, yeah? You can have positive characters, yeah? I am disciplined, I'm honest, yeah? I'm cheerful, I'm friendly. Itu yang paling gampang ya, pakai simple present. And then for negative characters, you can say, I can sometimes be moody, ya, or occasionally I'm careless, ya, okay, or I can be a little bit annoying, for example like that, ya. Jadi ini cara untuk menjelaskan positive characters and negative characters. You can also use this expression to state your strength and weaknesses. Ya, I'm excellent at, I'm able. Ya, I'm excellent at typing, for example. Ya, I'm able to speak English with foreigners. Ya. I'm interested in joining football club, misalnya gitu ya. Weakness, not very good. I'm not very good at, for example, I'm not very good at cooking, ya. I could be better at studying English, jadi akan lebih baik lagi ya sebenarnya. I'm reasonably good, cukup baik ya. I'm reasonably good at writing a poem, for example, ya. The next, after you are learning about the pronunciation of the words, and then after that we also have got the meaning of the words, ya. Mrs. Ka would like to ask you to talk to two friends, ya. So you need to talk to two friends and asking about their personalities. Let's do this exercise, ya. So for example, coba Virga tanya Ani, what kind of person are you?
What kind of person are you?
I'm friendly person. I think.
Yes, okay. Good. Okay. Ani, would you please ask Paulus Sebua? Yeah, would you please ask Paulus Sebua? What kind of person is he?
What kind of person are you, Paulus?
I'm a careful person.
Yeah, okay. Paulus, you are a careful person. That's good, ya.
Yes.
Okay. Nah, sekarang yang berikutnya kita coba mengerjakan latihan ya. Okay, guys. Now I would like you to continue doing the exercise. Yeah. So here we have the words in the box: friendly, important, jealous, shy, proud, neat, lazy, kind, clever, and outgoing. You need to put those words into the correct sentence. Okay. So who wants to try for number 1? Any volunteer?
I miss.
Yeah, okay. Please, number 1.
Tim never helps with the housework. He's so lazy.
Lazy, good. Yes, number 2. Please, anyone?
I miss.
Okay, good. Next. Number 2, Zoe.
Zoe was jealous of Linda. She was much prettier than Zul and more intelligent too.
Good job. Yes, was jealous. Zoe was jealous of Linda. Yeah. Okay, now I would like you to state, yeah, 2 characters, good characters, and 2 negative characters or bad characters. Yeah. You can use these words or you can use other words. For example, Mrs. K is friendly and Mrs. K is reliable. Yeah. Mrs. K is, yeah, for negative character, Mrs. K is moody and Mrs. K is, let's say, impatient. Yeah, okay. That is the example. What about you? Virga, can you make the example to express yourself? What kind of person are you?
I'm loyal.
I am loyal. Okay, good. What else?
I'm optimistic.
I am an optimistic person. Yes, okay. And then Ani, maybe?
good
Ani?
listener, and I'm a optimistic person.
Good, yes. Okay. And then Paulus?
I'm creative person.
Creative person. Okay, one more. I am a
Flexible. I'm
flexible.
a flexible
Okay.
person.
Good, yes. For the next, we are going to have the writing practice for the things that we have learned today, talking about personalities and also positive characters and negative characters, and also talk about good and bad habits. Yeah, so choose one of your friends that you have interviewed and then take his or her picture and then post it in the Instagram account and then tell me or tell other people about this person. Yeah, so you need to talk about what is his name, and then what kind of person is he or she, and then what kind of habits that he or she usually does, and then you need to give suggestions about his or her bad habits. Is that understood? Jelas?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, so you can see the example here on the module. Yeah, so please read. Any volunteer to read? So this
Ani.
is the example. Okay, Ani, yeah. Yeah, please.
Friend Anton. He is a diligent person. He always does the homework on time. That is why he is smart. He is also friendly and kind. However, Anton is clumsy. He always trips and falls all the time. He is also a spendthrift. He spends his money recklessly. I think he should save his money and be more careful in the future.
Yeah, okay. So from the example, do you have difficult words? Ada kata-kata yang tidak diketahui mungkin? Yeah, so here we have, this is my friend Anton, ya. Jadi ada namanya disebutkan di situ. He is a diligent person. Is that good or bad? Diligent person.
Good.
Good.
Good, ya. He always does the homework on time, ya. Itu penjelasan bahwa dia diligent, ya. That is why he is smart. Smart, also good character, ya. He is also friendly and kind. Disebutkan lagi, good one, ya. Friendly and kind. He has a lot of friends, ya. And then, however, ini untuk berganti ke yang negative characters, ya. Anton is clumsy, ya. He always trips and falls all the time. Jadi agak keseimbangannya kurang bagus gitu ya. He is also spendthrift. Spendthrift ada penjelasannya setelah itu. He spends his money recklessly. Jadi spendthrift ya, membelanjakan uang tanpa berpikir panjang, boros gitu ya. And I think he should save his money, harus belajar menabung, and be more careful in the future ya. Jadi itu adalah suggestion yang diberikan. Nanti kalau kalian sudah post, when you have finished, you post it into the Instagram and you can tag into my account. Yeah, okay. So this is the examples of doing the assignment. I will give you time to do this. Silahkan mulai dikerjakan. I will give you 15 minutes and you can consult with me after that. Yeah. Okay, guys, next we are going to watch the video again. And from the video, I would like you to get the points from the video about the ways to kick the bad habits. Yeah, don't worry, you don't have to do it alone. You are going to do this assignment in groups with your friends. Yeah, so please watch the video.
Success is a system that requires you to appropriately manage your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. Setting an intention is good, but taking action is better. Nothing will change if your patterns don't change. Nothing will change if you do more dreaming than doing. So what is it that will make you jump out of the bed every morning? The bottom line is this: you can put in the work now and live easier later, or you can choose to do nothing now and struggle later. Remember, your habits shape your destiny.
Okay, guys, so remember, your habits shape your destiny. If you have good habits, then you will have good destiny. Yeah. So based on this video, I would like you to discuss with your friends and get the points in the form of summary. Jadi nanti apa yang disarankan di video ini kalian tulis poinnya saja ya. Bagaimana cara untuk kick the bad habits ya? You can have the points. Number 1 ya. So have a plan, okay, for the things that you want to kick. Ya, number 2, number 3, and so on and so forth. Ya, jadi itu nanti dikerjakan dalam grup, bisa bertiga atau grup berempat. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, well guys, so we have learned a lot today, and don't forget, yeah, you also need to learn independently by yourself after class. I just would like to highlight the points that we have learned today, and I would like you to do personality quiz. Yeah, this is for a kind of reminder for you, yeah, to engage for this lesson. Okay, so what kind of person are you? You can use the adjectives that we have learned today, yeah. And then can you describe these people? Yeah. Do you know the person? Who is he?
Eric Thohir.
Okay, Mr. Eric Thohir. What kind of person is he?
He is gentle.
Oh, good. He is a gentleman. Okay, good. What else? What else? Come on.
He is
He is.
optimistic people.
Who is she? Do you know this person?
Yes,
Yes.
Miss. She is Miss
Okay.
Suti
Who is she?
Pujiastuti.
Pujiastuti.
Okay, Ibu Susi Pujiastuti. What kind of person is she?
She is a funny person.
Okay, she is a funny person. What else?
She is brave.
She is brave, yes.
She is firm.
She is
she
firm. Okay, well done. What else?
creative.
She is creative, yes. Okay. That's what we have learned today. So you have got the ability to talk about your personalities. Yeah. You also think about your good habits or bad habits and try to minimize or reduce or eliminate your bad habits. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget the assignment for making the summary. You can also submit your work in the learning management system, e-learning in our university, yeah. And then see you again next time. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Itu tadi cuplikan saya mengajar secara online menggunakan media Zoom Meeting. Semoga bermanfaat. Dan saya, Siska Lydia Revianti, senang sekali pada kesempatan kali ini bisa menghadirkan video tentang pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi PDD UKTPT bidang pengajaran. Sampai berjumpa lagi di kesempatan yang lain. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.